Yeah.
21 days old. How do I keep the germs from the public to that one? It's never been an issue.
And I understand your question, and I'm not sure if that's something that maybe you need to talk to your home inspector about or your attending veterinarian about, and just see if there's something that you need to do at your zoo. I'm not sure because I haven't seen your zoo, so I can just tell you what we're
right
seeing
now
here.
today we're just talking
Don't
about your
regulations
setup.
don't regulations work across the entire United States?
They do, and so if it's a problem here, it might be a problem at your zoo. I'm not sure, and I don't want to say that it is because I haven't seen your zoo.
So you're telling me from now on, every person that travels has to have their cats thermally regulated. To what age?
So,
Tell me an age.
and that's a very
So
good
you don't
question
know.
as far as age.
You're
So
writing me up so the
typically-
animal rights people can harass me on something you don't know the answers to.
And so typically, when they're weaned, that's the point when they for sure can.
When
come
is a
already.
tiger weaned? Do you know that? I do.
I don't honestly know, and we've been referring with our big cat specialist.
Does she know?
Sure, I'm sure she does. And I wish I could tell you.
So you're telling me until a tiger is naturally weaned, we have to thermally regulate its body temperature?
I can't say that for sure, but what I can tell you for sure is that animal is 2.5 weeks old, and at this point, it can't thermoregulate, and the potential for disease transmission is high. And so you would put him back in the trailer.
Did you Google
and
thermal regulation?
I know what thermoregulation is. Yes.
How are you going to thermoregulate that tiger
Yeah.
in that motorhome?
So you had put
You
him back in the
can't.
motorhome, and I know that you
Can't.
have fans and you have ways of heating the RV.
But do you know what his body temperature needs to be?
I was told
What is
that
healthy?
above 85.
His body temperature?
No, for external temperature. That's a very minimum for those animals, is what we've been told by our.
It needs to be 85 as far as hot or below 85.
So a minimum 85 degrees.
Do you know what the
for a
ambient
healthy
temperature
animal.
was when you were
It was
inspecting me?
81.
So why is
Yeah.
that bad?
And so the point is it's a very, very small animal that's being exposed to temperatures, and that animal cannot thermoregulate. And then it's also the potential for the disease transmission.
What disease?
So-
Because its normal immune system carries them until they're 6 weeks old. That's why we don't vaccinate them until they're 6 weeks old.
And so at this young age, they are not necessarily immune
What disease are they going to
competent.
catch from these people?
And so they could bring in diseases from their home cats. So
They're not allowed behind the tables to touch them.
And people too can act as they're like fomites back and forth. So if you're interacting with the public and then you're interacting with the animal, then that could be a potential disease.
I'm going to do that whether he's in the bus or not.
And I understand. And you know, I don't want to go back and forth with you. I really don't. And so
I want to
if
know
you-
who pulled my string today. Who told you to do this?
we hear
I
it
have
from
been
above.
touring for 16 years with cubs that little.
Yeah.
We
And I
observed,
had-
we documented the information, and we consulted the big cat specialist.
Lori
and
Gage?
this is the result.
Lori Gage told you to write me up for thermal regulation?
So you know, again, I don't.
I'm just
I
looking
don't
who
want
to
to
sue.
argue,
'Cause I'm suing somebody.
and I don't want to argue at all. So please, we'll deliver the report. We can. Corbin will go through what the report says, and then if you want to appeal, you have every right
Oh,
to.
I'm going to appeal,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to turn around and file assault charges on Debbie Cunningham now. Y'all just pushed me to that level. I was going to blow that off. But since she assaulted me, we're going to see if they'll arrest her.
I'm very sorry.
This is sad to come to this. This really is. I could name you 10 violations right there. I could name you 5 right there. This guy down here should be closed up. And I had my shit in order. You gotta admit. My shot records, everything. And you dream up thermal regulation.
And the animals, and I do have to say the animals look great. They really do. And the comp even looks very good too. So I do want to say that. It does. So do you want
But
Corbin to kind of...
you just gave PETA another excuse that Joe's an abuser.
Do you want Corbin to kind of run through what's on the exit?
I can read it.
Are you sure? Okay. If you do have any questions,
I would like your name. You have a card?
yeah, I'll put. Do you have your card, Corbin? You had a card ready.
You have a
Yeah,
pen?
let's
Write
yeah,
her name
yeah.
on the back of that.
Yeah. I can do my name. Or you can write my name. It doesn't really matter.
Huh? There's this was an agenda.
Okay. There you go.
You got a cub that can't walk. Then I had to calm it down. And that's fine. And you can write me up for thermal regulation.
And disease transmission too. And
I got video of this cub too, and you're gonna walk out of here and let that cub go. Can't walk.
So, and the cub has been seen by the vet, but
Because I called it that.
right, and you did the right thing, and I'm glad you did that. I do want to say that you had moved that cub back in the RV, and so we put that on the report, and so we understand that you can't take the cub home right now. We understand that. So if
He would just go home to the same conditions that he has been that I've been doing for 16 years.
Again,
it's
you
been
can
fine.
certainly appeal, but our recommendations would be to take the cub into the RV until you can take the cub home. Even though it's not necessarily even our ideal in the RV for them, but rather than being out here
It's
to
a better
be exposed.
situation
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah.
You sign up for me, Joe.
I know you're just puppets doing a job, and I'm sorry to be kind of aggressive to you.
No, don't even worry
I
about it.
realize
Yeah.
you're being told to do this, and I'm going to get to the bottom of who's the one that's telling you. Because if it's the HSUS pushing y'all's buttons, or someone else, there's definitely some discrimination going on. I don't know if it's because I'm gay or because I have a big mouth, but I'm going to find out.
And again, you have every right to appeal, and we don't take anything personal. We really don't. So, and you've been very nice to us all day.
Be prepared to be subpoenaed to court.
Okay. Well, thank
I am
you so
going to
much.
file a suit.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, buddy.
You have a good day.
Okay.
Excuse me, guys. Could you just say what the summarization of the report was on camera, real quick? Just tell them what happened, basically.
It was a handling violation. Yeah.
And
yeah.
what does that basically mean?
Well, it's in the report, so you'll have to read it on the
Can you
report.
explain to me what
Yeah.
basically it was?
Joe has a copy of the report. You can get the summary off of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what thermal regulating is?
Yes, I do. I'm a licensed veterinarian, but we're gonna move on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.